Okay, we're back, and I finally got out the other horn here.
Yeah, I gave him a hand. It wasn't hard. All I had to do was get over there and get to it and just get it off of there. But anyway.
And here we have Voltron all put together.
I can tell you right now. Let's do this right quick so I can get it out the way.
We are doing a little size comparison. Here he is next to GoBot's Creages. Here.
Yep.
And Creages is a lot taller than Voltron. Yep. Here.
So, there y'all have the size comparisons for sure. Creages is still the biggest as far as combiner that we have. So far, everything that we have reviewed, except for the Titans, everything else still comes under and below GoBot Courageous. So that just goes to show you they knew what they was doing in the 1980s. I don't know. So I told Colton, I said, I'm going to throw that in there because I got to see. And, yep. Well, just like I thought, Courageous is still the biggest, the tallest, still, even in today's time, from a throwback from the 1980s. Alrighty.
So bringing him back in here. And let's get a closer look at the head sculpt here. As you can see, very nicely done head sculpt here. And it does have some gold paint in the eyes with some blue inside. And going down to his chest here, which has some nice gold, blue, green, and red paint on it. And you got some gold and black paint on his, like, waist here, with the star there, with little bits of red there. And going down to the legs, which we've already seen because these were the lions here. And the arms, we already saw the arms, because these were the lion's forms. And here's the side view here. And the back view. And like I said in my Black Lion video, if y'all remember, if y'all remembered when I reviewed the Black Lion, when I flipped up his tail, the tip of its tail would love to pop off. So I just remove it and just set it off to the side. But to show you what it would look like with the tail on, which is this. Yeah, that's what it would have looked if this tip part of the tail was on, and it would just stick out, just like that. And here's the other side here. And all around, just really, really cool. So for articulation, the head does move up and down, and you do get a ball joint at the base of the neck, but the head itself does have a swivel, but it is really kind of tight on mine. Well, when I first got it out of the box, it was like really, really tight. But it has kind of loosened up just a little bit, which is now a lot easier for me to rotate it. Arms can rotate all the way around, and you can move these wings out of the way to have his arms rotate all the way around. Move in and out, but you do have to be very careful because they do kind of rub against these things here, which were the back feet of the green and red lions. So be mindful of that. And the elbows, oh, well, before I get to the elbows, he does have a bicep swivel. Now for the elbows, he does, of course, bend at this elbow on... Okay, yeah. This should be the other way around. Yeah. I kind of accidentally assembled this the wrong way. So the elbows do have a bend here, but it does have another joint. And to reveal that other joint, you would take the green and red lions' front bodies and extend them out. And as you do that, it reveals another joint here. So you do have like two joints of the elbows you can work with. And And you do have a swivel here on the bottom part of the joint. And for the hands, that they are the same articulations, like I showed y'all from the lion modes of green and red. Now for the waist here, you do have a swivel, but it is kind of really, well, kind of limited. You can see. But he does, yep, he does have some waist pivot here. And he can crunch about, yeah, about all the way down to there. And it does reveal some silver paint here exposed. Now for the legs, they do move forward and back really good, but you can move them up even more because the hips do shift down, so you can have his legs go all the way up like that. And they can move in and out. You do have a thigh swivel, a knee joint, and also you could see as you bend the knee, these silver things do push in because they are on a spring as you bend the knees. And the feet do have a pivot here and a ball joint at the lion's faces, which are the feet, which I already showed y'all in their lion modes. And that's it. So you can still get this figure in a lot of good poses. And I do like a couple of the new features you get. Like those spring-loaded things when you bend the knees, and I do like how you can shift down the hips to have more range on his legs. And for accessories, what this Voltron comes with is this Voltron does come with this spinning little saw blade here. which is nicely sculpted and painted in. And it does attach somewhere, and the way you attach it is on the bottom of
That's what they show at the bottom of the foot.
Of the blue lion's foot. You would attach it onto this hole and that tab here. I think, because the instructions does say that you can. I'm probably gonna have to. Well, I know it should attach here. Well, it does attach onto that hole and this tab right here. But I'm not gonna try and force it in. But it does attach there. And real quick to show y'all what it would look like on him. I am gonna bring the instruction book out. So this is what it would look like if you attach it on the bottom of the blue lion's foot here. Yeah. But I'm not gonna try and force it. But his two iconic accessories that he does come with, his shield here, which has a lot of nice silver, blue, and gold and red paint on it. And the same thing on the other side here. And here is the handle where this tab attaches to the holes on the red and green lions. They do attach to the hole and tab there. Well, they do attach there to the peg and hole there for the for the red and green lions.
There goes.
But it does attach there. But the last and other iconic accessory you get I was just checking to see if I didn't broke anything, but I don't think I have. But the last and other iconic accessory you get is, of course...
The Sword of Thundera. Oh, nope, wrong one.
No, this blazing sword here. And getting a closer look, nice silver paint with some blue and red paint and some gold paint here. And on the other side, a little bit more red paint here. And of course, this tab here on the handle attaches to the same lion's mouths here. I'll probably get his weapons in his hands for when we get to our final thoughts. Oh, and I did forget to mention, he does have some silver paint on his wings on both sides of these wings here. And that is all the accessories you get for this Voltron here. So I think we'll be back with our final thoughts here. So stay tuned.